It's just amazing the difference I felt. I want you to know how much I appreciate the counseling and so forth and your attention to your people. I have been a pretty big advocate for the balance of nature. I don't know how many truck drivers have asked me, how in the heck do you keep going at 88, 89 years old? I said, balance of nature. If they want to really enjoy some good health, get on balance of nature.
Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself. For a limited time, you can receive a 30% discount and free shipping on your first preferred order of Balance of Nature. Call 800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code USA.
The Major League Baseball commissioner has made an apology. As USA Radio Network's Chris Barnes reports.
I'd like to present Jim Crane with the first ever Commissioner's Trophy for the Astros.
Commissioner Robert Manfred's reference to the World Series trophy as being just a piece of metal came as he was saying a few days ago that he did not intend to strip the Houston Astros of their 2017 World Series title despite their sign-stealing scandal. Now he says,
there is no greater pleasure in this job than awarding that trophy. I understand what it means, and again, it was a mistake to say what I said.
For USA Radio News, I'm Chris Barnes.
Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is paying a visit to Saudi Arabia. Pompeo arrived in the country and is said to be discussing the threats that face us in the world, including Iran. Pompeo is expected to depart Saudi Arabia for Oman Friday. You're listening to USA Radio News.
With a recession ending, if you've been putting off building your business, now is the time to act. General Steel will meet or beat any price on a pre-engineered steel building of the same size and specifications. Act now, before steel prices go up. So call us today for free information.
Call 800-965-1290. 800-965-1290, 800-965-1290.
First Lady Melania Trump is being honored with a Woman of Distinction Award in Florida for her work with children. She accepted the award from the Palm Beach Atlantic University and highlighted her Be Best program.
When we teach our children to cherish our values and care for each other, they are better prepared to carry on Americans' legacy of compassion, service, and patriotism.
Going a little bit more in depth on the coronavirus, Republican Senator from Arkansas, Tom Cotton, stands by his earlier suggestion that the deadly coronavirus may have originated in a high-security biochemical lab in Wuhan, China. Cotton tells Fox News we need to be open to the possibilities of exploring all the origins of the outbreak that has sickened more than 75,000 people around the world.
Martha, I'm suggesting that we need to be open to all possibilities, and we need to demand that China open up and be transparent so a team of international experts can figure out exactly where this virus originated. We know it didn't originate in the Wuhan food market based on the study of Chinese scientists published in The Lancet, a respected international science journal. Now, I'm not saying where it started. I don't know. One reason we don't know is because the Chinese Communist Party won't open up to international experts. That's what they need to do so we can get to the bottom of where this virus originated and hopefully get an effective diagnostic test and vaccine for it.
For USA Radio News, I'm Tim Berg.
The following is an America Matters Media production. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the station or its advertisers, although we think they should. But that's the opinion of America Matters Media.
Welcome to this evening's episode of Rush Hour. I am your host, Kelly Rush, and we are a production of America Matters Media, the home of quality conversation. You can check us out on the web at americamatters.us. That's americamatters.us. And we're also on Facebook at facebook.com/Reno Rush Hour. That's also my Twitter handle, so you can check me out there. And I guess that's follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. I don't have Instagram, so you don't have to do anything there. And we're also on YouTube. So you can go to my YouTube channel personally for Reno Rush Hour. And then also on America Matters, we have a YouTube channel there. So I'm just all over the place. So check that out. And we are also an interactive program. We'd like to have you join this quality conversation. So you can call in toll free from anywhere in the world, 844-790-TALK. That's 844-790-8255. And you can also drop a line in the Facebook Watch Party comments box if you don't feel like getting on the horn, which I understand. And you can text as well if you really feel like it. That's 775-237-2266. So yeah, lots of ways to get in touch. So please do that. And so to my guests.
Hi.
Debbie.
I love you. So we just love
go
you
from Deb
everywhere.
to Deb.
I know. It's a theme thing.
It's a theme.
Yes.
I love themes.
I want to thank About Town City Deb for helping
City
us with
Talk.
City Talk.
Our very own show.
Some wine from El Dorado, from Mike from Crystal Basin Cellars. We have some food from Brown's Bakery. So if you ever
Just
come on a
come
show,
on in here.
yeah,
You
just
don't
come
have to
on
wave
in.
from out there. Nobody can
get
see
in
you.
here. Absolutely. We're giving you love.
This is About Town Deb, everybody. You remember her from On the Town Tuesdays. Mwah. Back
It's the
from
best place to
Belize
be.
and all that. So she has her own show on Wednesdays now called City Talk,
I love
presented by
it.
About Town Deb.
Yeah.
And so Wednesdays from 4 to 5, right before this show. So tune in for that. Yeah, tune in early on Wednesdays, 4 to 5.
That's right. Here's to City Talk.
City Talk. Such a great show. It is so great. She needed her own fresh hour
Yes.
all by herself.
Yes.
Doing her own thing.
I love it.
Yeah. So it's so awesome.
It is. It is very
2020
awesome,
is
right?
rocking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So speaking of which,
yes.
Reno Artists Theater.
Yes, Restless Artists Theater.
Reno.
That's okay. We
Restless.
were in Reno and then we went to Sparks, so we figured we should change that. So Restless Artists Theater.
Thus the restless.
That's right. We couldn't decide where we wanted to be, but we knew we wanted to be somewhere.
And so Restless Artists Theater.
Yes.
The Rat. I love it.
Rat Pack, yeah.
And so introduce our friends here.
Well, I'd like to introduce you to my amazing cast for Slow Girl. This is David Zybert. You may know him from Gothic Theater North.
Gothic North Theater.
Gothic North Theater.
Many years ago.
Well, very, very well. And Hannah Sage Sloan. You might know her as Hannah Sloan from many musical theater productions up here in Reno, and in Sparks and in Truckee. And they're amazing. This is a two-person play. So it's all on them, a couple of howler monkeys, a guy with a machete, and, you know.
It's just the two of you.
Yes.
Just the two of us.
Yep.
Oh, how cool is that?
And the Costa Rican jungle.
Yep. It's a story. It's a story of a 17-year-old girl.
Do me a favor and clip your.
Oh, okay. It's a story of a 17-year-old girl that goes to visit her uncle in the jungle. And one big hint: I don't play the 17-year-old girl.
Spoiler alert.
Right.
No, I have stretched myself in many ways as an actor, but never that way.
That's awesome. I sense, though, a stretch. I think we might want to try and branch out for him.
Yeah, there is definitely well, doing a two-person play is
that's intense.
It is intense.
I love
in
that.
itself.
That's my kind of theater.
Yeah,
I
and
love
this
that.
is one of the things I love about the venue at Restless Artists Theater is you're close. I mean, it's kind of like we're all in the living room together.
Intimate,
so yeah,
intense,
exactly.
up close.
This kind of a play by Greg Pierce is just so it's warm, but it's very heart wrenching and it's very moving, and the set just really lends to it. It's probably the most complex set that we've done at Rat Theater to date, and these two just fill it up with so much life. It's just amazing.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. What is okay? So the title of the play is Slow Girl.
Slow Girl, yes, one word.
I kept reading it as Showgirl.
Showgirl, I know.
Everybody does.
A lot of folks have
I'm
done
sure.
that.
I bet you're getting that a lot.
Yeah, but it is Slow Girl.
Slow Girl, which makes it even more fascinating.
Yes.
And so, first, let's get it out there. It's at the Restless Artists Theater. rattheater.org, R-A-T theater.org, 295 20th Street in Sparks.
Right. So we're at the corner of 20th and C, between Prater and Victorian.
Okay.
We have our own parking lot. It's well lit. There's plenty of street parking. It's really a nice little space. It's right down from the Elbow Room.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I live right near there.
Right. There you go.
Okay.
Okay,
So it's
now,
right near the
having
Elbow
said
Room
that,
bar.
now we expect
Oh,
to
I'm
see
coming.
you.
Oh, no question. No question. But, yeah, so it's right near Victorian Square. It's
Yes.
right near downtown
you're just a couple
Sparks.
blocks
So,
down, yeah.
So that's a great area.
Mm-hmm.
And a great, you can go have dinner. Go have dinner at Chewy's.
Yep.
Brand new, Chewy's new location.
New location.
Right across from Engine 8.
Yes.
You could even get to go from Chewy's and take it over to Engine 8.
Right.
And have some wine.
Have wine
over
and
there.
little
have a nice little
Mexican
dinner.
food, and then come
and then
over
go
to
to
the
the
theater
at 7:30.
Yep.
The show's on Friday and Saturday at 7:30, and a 2 p.m. matinee on Sunday.
Yep.
Chewy's isn't open on Sunday, so you're okay there.
That's right.
And I just want to say God bless you, Chewy. And,
yes, yes. Our hearts are with you, darling.
My deepest, I'm shocked. So I love you so much, my friend. And his mom passed.
Yes,
so
I heard. I heard you got it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had no idea that there was even,
anything happening. Yeah.
So we've got to go to our first break. We will be right back. Great, perfect timing, Christian. Thank you. And we will be right back for the second segment of today's Rush Hour with Kelly Rush and my super special guests, the director and stars of Slow Girl.
Yes.
At the Reno Artists Theater for the next 3 weekends. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Eddie Floyd with America Matters with Eddie Floyd, and I want to tell you something. I normally never do personal endorsements. I'm going to today because, as a lot of you know, I've been suffering from a knee operation, and I went finally, at the advice of my doctor, to Reno Cryotherapy. I have never in my life been so excited, and the results are phenomenal. 6490 South McCarran Boulevard, Building D, Suite 29. The phone number 689-8888.
Do you need high-quality estate planning and family law services? I'm Reno attorney Todd Torvinen. I practice in the areas of estate planning, probate, family law, and divorce taxation. I'm also experienced in probate and family law litigator and believe that prevailing in any litigation requires diligent, methodical preparation. As a certified estate planning law specialist and certified public accountant, I'm singularly qualified to analyze the financial aspects of marital, family assets, or a decedent's estate. A large part of my practice is done in real time. It means that preparation of estate planning and family law documents occurs with the client present, and they're reviewed with the client at the time the client is there. Your documents are examined line by line and explained to you, then modified based upon your input. This client-focused approach leverages the current technology and enhances the attorney-client communication and relationship. The idea is to produce a better product. Please call me at 775-825-6066 to schedule an appointment today. Again, 775-825-6066.
The Delta and Bonanza Saloons in Virginia City are simply elegant. Imagine ascending the grand staircase and being surrounded by the Victorian elegance and grandeur of the historic banquet rooms. Original crystal chandeliers, mahogany bars, and oak dance floors highlight the eloquently appointed spaces. A truly romantic and unique setting for your wedding, banquets, or holiday parties. Detailed ceremony and menu planning ensures your special event is a memorable occasion. With just one call to Jesse at 775-847-0789, all of your arrangements will be handled by their experienced staff with your every expectation in mind, including cakes, flowers, photography, videography, music, and party amenities. Complete ceremony and reception packages are available, as well as their famous themed weddings. Since 1865, the Delta and Bonanza Saloons guests have come from every state in the Union. Now it's your turn. No event is too large or too small. Let the Delta and Bonanza Saloons plan your next incredible event. Call Jesse at 775-847-0789.
911, what is your emergency? My kid shot himself. All right, where's the wound, sir?
911, what's your emergency?
Please help, my son shot his brother.
911, what is your emergency? 911, please state your emergency.
Every day, 8 kids and teens are unintentionally killed or injured by loaded and unlocked guns.
It wasn't locked.
Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and End Family Fire.
This overload.
Shannon Lawson here. Join us for the Nevada Radio Roundup, Fridays at 2 p.m. A good news variety show all about the local scene. The Nevada Roundup, Friday at 2.
To join the conversation, call 844-790-TALK. That's 844-790-8255. Now back to the show.
And welcome back to the second segment of today's Rush Hour.
Practice.
I am Kelly Rush, and my guys. And my special guests today are Director Deborah Hull.
Yes.
We're talking about the Restless Artists Theater. rattheater.org is their website, rattheater.org. And their production this month, or this right now, this particular time right now, is Slow Girl.
Yes.
And the actors that we have with us are the only actors appearing in the
They
production.
They are Slow Girl.
And
yes.
they're David and Hannah. And I can't wait to see this. This is my kind of theater. And I didn't have, while I was involved in that stuff in school.
Right.
I was in chorus.
Right. Hey,
Because I was a fat dork.
Oh.
And had no confidence and was not popular and was a loser and had...
Oh, believe me, the stars of the shows are also theater geeks. They also get it.
Yeah.
So, I just, at the time, I just couldn't perform.
Sure, get out of that, yeah.
I just couldn't do,
And it's scary, even...
And we had we had Broadway level.
Yeah, but even, and that's one of the things about theater, and one of the greatest things is whether or not you have a lot of confidence as an individual. Part of the process of doing a play is you become the character. So there's parts of you that connect with who the character is, but then it's not your words. It's the character's words and situation. And I find personally, I'm much more nervous being myself in a situation than being on stage as a character.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
well, I don't feel that way.
Really?
There's always one. There's just always one.
I'm sorry. I've also been myself on stage many times as master of ceremonies for things and so forth. So
you have natural confidence and. You're an attractive guy, and we're probably popular, and
he speaks like a bazillion languages, and
yeah. It's different.
From the show.
It all depends on, what your youthful experience was.
Sure.
And sometimes, that introverted experience drives you, being able to go into a character and escape through that, and sometimes that extroverted experience drives you being able to express yourself.
So, interesting you bring that up, because the premise of this play is, and I'm sure we all had it happen when we were kids at some point in time, especially teenagers, that what were you thinking conversation? Mm-hmm. What were you thinking? And my answer was usually, obviously I was thinking it would turn out better than this. But that's a lot of kind of what's going on in this play for both characters. I mean, at different points in their life. But it's really about, the things that maybe you should have realized or you should have thought and chose not to for whatever
that
personal
Richard
reason.
Marx song, Should Have Known Better.
Should have known better,
One of my all-time
and
favorite songs.
This is a lot of where Greg Pierce takes this story of these two family members who have not seen each other for 9 years.
Wow.
They've been apart for 9 years, and they reconnect in the Costa Rican jungle. The play takes place over a 5-day period from Monday afternoon to Saturday night, and the changes and what these characters go through is just amazing.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine.
Yeah.
That's really compelling. And it's an uncle niece?
Yeah,
Uncle niece. Yeah, I'm Uncle Sterling, and she's Becky.
Niece Becky.
Niece Becky.
Well, you
Niece
actually
Becky.
got a last name, though.
That's true.
Yeah. He has one too.
In the poem, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
They're
right.
different, but
yeah.
Well, obviously.
Because your mom married.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just a hint, any idea that starts with "Hold my beer, I want to try something," usually a bad idea. I know this from experience.
So, Hannah, you came all the way back for Orlando just for this show, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm making that stuff up. That's
yeah.
You live in Orlando?
No, I was doing an internship in Disney World, and it was time for me to come home, and I almost stayed there, but I didn't.
I knew she was contemplating staying there, and I knew, and it's funny because when I got handed the directorship on this and I read the script, I immediately thought of Hannah. I mean, I could hear her voice. It's like, oh my gosh. I kept like talking to her mom, and I said, so is she staying on? Is she coming home? And
Were you a
kept
character?
hoping.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Were you starting at the very...
Yeah, it was my second internship. I was just doing these kind of to get my foot in the door because I do want to... I don't know if I necessarily want to be a character performer because
that's hell.
I've heard some things.
That's hell.
But
that is hell.
Yes.
I have a dear friend that I went to high school with who is now a very, very big wig. He's in Paris now, but he worked his way up from
character.
Yeah, I mean, you have to when you
he
wanted to be a character.
Right.
And he's you start like sweeping trash, and I mean, you do it all.
Yeah.
And he got to being a character, and he's wonderful.
What character did he get to be?
Donald Duck. And
he's friends with Donald Duck.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's proper verbiage. He's friends with Donald
I've always
Duck.
dreamed of being Donald Duck.
Friends with Donald Duck. But you're
always...
too tall anyways.
And
you can't.
He loved
Jack
it.
Sparrow.
He loved
Friends
it. Paul
with Jack Sparrow.
he loved it. Paulie.
Yeah.
I mean, he loved Disney, and he just wanted to be immersed in Disney and the Disney experience, and so he loved every bit of it. But even he said,
"Oh yeah, I mean, I loved
it
as well." But
people,
but that it's working with the public, like, and the worst
and
kind
the
of
worst
the public,
kind, the entitled,
yes,
and kids
that have money,
right?
Yeah,
or don't have money and are acting like they do because they're on vacation and have saved up and up and up and up and up for it.
So, you better give me what you want because
this is
I'm
my
here.
once in a lifetime.
That's right. Make this memorable.
Blow it all
exactly
on my bucket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No shade, Disney. I love you.
No,
but
absolutely.
Oh, it's not Disney.
And you had some.
It's not Disney. It's humanity.
You got to open up the new Star Wars Galaxy.
I did. I got to open up the new Star Wars part of Disney World, which is really cool.
Fun.
Yes. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Not everyone gets
What
to say
what
they
all
did
did
that.
you?
I worked
do
on the
as
ride. I opened a ride there. Yeah.
Like, what do you mean open?
Like a new ride that wasn't a part of the park before, and
like
and a whole
constructed it, like worked on
no,
the
no,
construction.
no.
Or
I
like
was just the
helped,
first group of people to
like
be
like
trained
you worked
on that ride,
Neat.
and
To
was
load
Mm-hmm.
the first
people,
group of people to to
had the
open
first
it.
customers
Yeah.
come through it.
Yeah.
So, as a result of that, you had the option to purchase a special jacket that said you were on the launch team, right?
Yes, and I do.
Yeah.
I have one. Yes,
And-
I did
and-
purchase one.
Just
much
to show
was
that
it?
we're hip. This is the first. Okay, everybody, stand up carefully. Turn around. Don't strangle yourselves. These are the first show hoodies, to my knowledge, of any
Those are
show in
gorgeous.
Reno. Slow Girl in the Hoodie. There
And
we
they
go.
say
Your
our
names.
names
And
and
it's our
our
names,
characters
right?
That's
on them.
awesome.
Or Deb says
Cool.
director. But
Yeah, mine says director. I don't
and
get
our
character.
lovely tech friend for us hers says tech.
Yep.
on it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's a limited edition, one of 4.
Right.
One of 4 ever
There may be
made.
5. I hear our paint and design would like one too, and I'd like to do a shout out to Troy at Big Frog for creating these
Those
for
are
us.
awesome.
Thanks,
Big Frog
Troy.
is so awesome.
Yes.
We love Big Frog.
Yeah.
But that's good for you.
Yes,
what a
thank you.
cool thing to say. How much
Yeah.
was the jacket? I have to know.
Oh, it was $100.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Should have bought 17,000.
Well, it's kind of a bummer though because after we all bought our jackets, they were supposed to have our names on them. They didn't.
Oh,
And
that's
then
even. Oh my
it
god.
was a whole big thing.
I'd have
But
been like, can I order like 25
Right?
more, 52 more? Oh my god.
No,
those-
but then they were selling them at. We have this like store in Disney World that's
Oh, and
just
they were
for
selling
like
the same
just
ones.
for cast members, right?
Right.
They were selling them for like $20.
Oh, what?
Like 2 months
The
later,
same ones?
the same jackets we all
Oh.
bought for $100.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and we were like, "Are you
Oh,
joking?"
They like
no.
Oh,
went like
I would've-
Ross on
oh,
you. They were
No.
like,
Okay, I would have gone back and said name, embroider, or money back.
Oh, I did. I emailed. It didn't. I just gave up because you got to pick your battles.
Yep,
But I tried.
true that.
I tried. I fought it for a minute, and then I said, you know what? Not worth my sanity.
Yeah. So many of those choices in life, right?
Yeah, that's a good choice, but you do not screw with me and my
Right.
money.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, but good for you. What a
Thank you.
wonderful
Yeah.
experience. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. It's
So,
very cool.
like, what do you want to do, like, ultimately?
For
with
life?
well,
in life or like
yes.
Not like forever.
Question 2, but
5 years.
But question 2, but with Disney.
I want to perform for Disney. So
like
whatever that
on like a stage.
Yeah, in a stage show, in a parade, in whatever I can get my hands on, I would love to, just to say that I did it, because that's something I've wanted since I was 3 years old. So.
Are you sure about that? Knowing what the reality is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and working there twice, I would know what I would be getting myself
There you
into.
go.
Right.
And I
Eyes
still,
wide open,
I
sure.
still want to do it just to say
asking.
I did it, just to have it on my resume.
Yeah. And then, bigger question.
Well, we'll see.
Not so
Yeah.
much in life, but at, your next. How old are you?
I'm 22.
Oh yeah. And so then, as your kind of next step, what are you looking to do?
Perform.
Well, you're
In any
TMCC
capacity
now, right?
Yeah,
For
I'm
musical
yeah.
theater major. Yeah.
So I just want to perform. So
Good, because that's
wherever
what
that
you're,
takes me.
That's what you're doing at Restless Artist Theater
That
for the
is
next 2
correct.
weekends.
Yes.
Yeah,
Very cool.
and we're blessed.
So we will be right back for the second half of today's Rush Hour, speaking with David, Hannah, and Director Deb. After these messages, please come back.
You're like,
Hey everyone, Dave Escher here, introducing you to our new store, the Nevada Marketplace, in the Reno Town Mall. Anchored with the Buy Nevada First gift shop, we've added over 60 micro shops, giving locals a place to set up their dream store. We are now 20,000 square feet strong, supporting over 250 local merchants with all things made in Nevada and more. We have more locals in one place than anywhere in the state, ready to help you find that perfect gift. We're open every day with easy parking at Peckham and Virginia. Go to buynevadafirst.com, your source for all things local.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, please, have a seat. So here's the thing. When this company brought you on, we took a chance on you. You didn't have that 4-year college degree we typically look for.
Right.
But we gave you a shot anyway. And since then, you've worked incredibly hard and given it your all.
Thanks.
You've been an important asset to the team, but I don't think you can be an intern here anymore. We want to hire you.
You're serious?
Absolutely.
Find your next great employee. Introduce yourself to the Grads of Life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
I won't let you down.
I know.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
So here's the choice. Some people say the USA is finished. It's evil, a has-been, full of hate and injustice. The U.S. Constitution should be trashed and the Bill of Rights abolished. No free speech, no gun ownership. Competition and free markets are bad. We're all too stupid. For our own good, the government must own everything and know all your secrets.
Other people say that America has created the freest, richest, happiest, most generous society that has ever existed in the world. That's why millions of people are desperate to come here and escape their brutal lives in Cuba, Venezuela, North Korea, and 100 other countries.
In America, we have the right to succeed, the right to our own living, the right to have a family, the right to believe in God, the right to have our own ideas, the right to be safe and secure, and the right to be left alone.
Where do you stand? Help us save the Constitution and restore the American dream. Go to SaveMyFreedom.com.
Brought to you by the American Media Council.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
This is Mommy's jam.
then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This is America Matters Media on AM 1180 KCKQ, a Lotus broadcast station. The power of radio since 1967.
Are you shy and don't want to talk on the air? Text us your questions or comments to 775-237-2266. Now back to the show.
And welcome back to the second half of today's Rush Hour. I am Kelly Rush, and as I said at the top of the show, this is an interactive program. So why aren't you interacting with us? Actually, you know, for all I know, you could be, because I can't see the watch party. I don't know what's going on here. Wait a minute. Let me get to a different page here. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this is Deborah Hull.
Hello, hello.
Restless Artists Theater, director of Slow Girl.
Yes.
This is David Zybert, male lead.
For this, you get to be my age and you think, gosh, have I got one entire show's worth of memory left?
Yeah, it's a lot of words.
It's a lot of words. It's a lot of pages because I have all these file folders in my head, you know, and one of them contains, here's a story of a lovely and I can't get rid of it.
Right.
So you wonder if you have enough memory left to do a whole show.
Brain space.
Yeah. But and we did, so.
Yeah,
or at least.
and you do.
Hannah, I get it down, right?
Yeah.
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 So, Dave, you read the script before
I did.
you agreed to it. Hannah, you read the script before you agreed to do the show. What was there something that stood out for you that made you say, "Yeah, I wanna be this person"?
Yeah, I saw a lot of my 17-year-old. It wasn't that long ago, but I saw a lot of my 17-year-old self in her, and the relationship dynamic between Becky and Sterling, as I told you guys, really resonated with me because it resembled my relationship with my uncle. So I saw a lot of him.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah, like very unique resemblances. Like this character has an outdoor shower in his house. My uncle has an outdoor shower. He's a crazy professor in the middle of Texas, but
where at?
He teaches at TCU. He's a Spanish and Portuguese professor.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But he has an outdoor
I lived in
shower.
Dallas for 18 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like Fort Worth. But yeah, so I just really saw a lot of him, and I love him very dearly, so
Well, and to complete that, my wife is from Port Arthur, Texas. Hi, Claire. You know, anyway.
And she also lived in Costa Rica.
And she also lived in Costa Rica.
I want to give a shout out to Claire. She is our Costa Rican advisor.
Yes.
She did let us know that there would be a Panama hat on the stage.
That's cool.
No one goes without a hat. And she also convinced David that he could not wear his black socks with his sandals. Thank you, Claire.
Making it really authentic.
Yeah, that's true. What resonated with me about the character was I saw lots of traits that Sterling had that are part of my personality. He's well read. Sterling is an attorney. My mother wanted me to be an attorney, and instead I ended up as an actor.
But now you're playing one, so.
Well, no, I play one.
You're playing one on TV.
Yeah, but no, but Sterling he's. You know, he has a lot of knowledge about many things. My nickname among my friends is Trivial Man because I have trivia. I mean, I'm a bottomless pit of useless information. But anyway, a lot of Sterling's personality resonated with me and made it very easy to connect with him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about you? What made you want to? Do you do more acting or directing these days?
I do much more acting.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've directed a theatrical play up here in this area, and I've been up here for a very long time.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I directed a lot of film and a lot of shorts and stuff down in the Bay Area, but this is the first one that I've done up here, and it's a massively different experience.
Doing theater versus.
Yeah,
film?
well, in film you do it in bits.
Oh, sure,
Okay,
sure.
so you get it shot and you move on. In theater, it's more like a quilt. You kind of have to you not only have to do all the bits, but you have to weave them all together. And your goal as a director is to do it in a way that's cohesive enough for your actors to where it stays in a logical sequence. And in my mind, the responsibility of a director isn't just to make sure the actors say all the words in the right order, but really to create the environment that their characters can go live in. And there's always this concern: have I created enough environment? I mean, have I given them enough fuel and not too much? And it's working with different styles. As actors, we all kind of come to our characters in different ways. I'm very much a Meisner method person. Other people learn the words and then apply the emotion. I go find the emotion and then apply the words. And there's no one right way, as long as, when the lights go down and the curtain goes up, we give the audience what the author intended with the characters and the story. And these guys, they're nailing it. I mean, they really are. And bring tissue. That's all I'm going to say. Just bring tissue.
And Deb cast me basically partially in revenge, because I directed her 3 years ago in a two-hander at Rat.
There's a little bit of that. There was a little bit of
it's a little revenge. So. Yeah. Well, and we could plug that show, but it's long gone. So
yeah, you can't see that anymore, and there's no hoodies for it. So
that's
what the
true.
Heck?
There's no hoodie.
So yeah, but it's so we've got it's 7 more shows.
Yep.
So this weekend we do Friday and Saturday evenings, 7 o'clock house, 7:30 curtain, and a Sunday matinee, which goes at 2. And then our final weekend, we actually get 4 shows. We had a Thursday show. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday evening performances and a Sunday matinee.
That's awesome.
And then we have to tear it all apart and put it all away, which is probably the hardest part of theater.
I bet.
So sad. Well, especially with this set.
Oh, yeah. And there's an entire cabin on this set.
Yeah.
And a labyrinth that my daughter-in-law created, designed, and painted with the help of Sarah Mackey and Stephanie Tittle, and it's just amazing.
And when is the Thursday show?
Thursday show is next Thursday.
27th?
So that's the 27th,
Yeah, the 27th.
yes.
Okay. And so what's coming after this?
After us, we leave the Costa Rican jungle, and the next production is called Deer, D-E-E-R, and it is an adult dark comedy. It's a two-hander plus animal, but it's an adult dark comedy about
two-hander, four paws.
Two-hander, 4 paws, 4 hooves, about a husband and wife who have somewhat lost the ability to communicate and find it through roadkill.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to tell you.
He said, okay.
You like that?
Your expression at this moment is absolutely priceless.
I'm working my head around that.
There you go.
Yeah, well, and actors, people, especially people that are in shows, we try and be kind of deliberately nebulous when we describe plays, because we want people to come see them.
Well, sure.
And experience them for themselves, because not every answer is an easy answer in a play.
Yeah.
In fact, in
Well,
good
you don't
plays,
want it to.
right,
Sure.
very few answers are easy, including this one. The end of this one gives hope, but it's not an easy answer, and it's not a secure one.
Normally, we who do theater regularly, we are used to our significant others, spouses, whatever, helping us with lines and helping us with this and helping us with that. And I didn't do that this time. I said, because my wife, by the time the show goes up, she's usually intimately familiar with the show, the script, and everything else, because she's helped me with it. But this time I said, nope, going to do it myself. You'd be surprised your very first night. So
there you go.
Well, and the odd thing for my spouse is Ken's usually running lines with me, and he said, I have no idea what this play is. This has never been my experience before.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing.
Right?
See, I like that. I mean, as much as I love, the big Broadway classics and,
right.
I grew up on the East Coast.
Sure.
I've been to Broadway.
You know what's coming.
Yeah. And you love that.
Sure.
When you want that. But I love indie theater. I mean, I love, this kind of intense, intimate.
Yeah. And that's kind of our mission.
Interesting
It
theater.
really is our mission. When we started, co-founded this theater company, it was really about picking newer plays. So our plays, I don't think we've done one that was before 2006. So newer plays, lesser known playwrights. Every play we do has been produced either on Broadway or off Broadway or off Broadway, but it's been produced. So it's gone through the vetting process. These are not unpublished plays, but we're looking for things that are edgier, that are smaller casts, that kind of speak to today's struggles, and not necessarily ones that somebody knows the endings to.
Right.
Yeah.
And stuff that people might not be as familiar with, but they know when they come to Rat, they're going to see something that perhaps they've never even seen before, but never even heard of.
Well, sure. Yeah. Do you guys do name brand stuff, quote unquote?
Well, if somebody brought a known play or a classic with a completely different twist on how to put it up,
okay,
yes. But we have the play selection committee right now. We'll be announcing our new season in April. We'll be deciding on that on March 8th. And it started out with about 65 plays. It got narrowed down to about 20, and then we'll narrow that down to about 7. And there's some awesome stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what the new season's all about. One more break, and we will be back for the fourth and final segment of today's Rush Hour.
Awesome.
Tune back in.
Have you, a friend, or family member been diagnosed with cancer? Dr. Forsyth at the Forsyth Cancer Care Center offers an all-inclusive program to treat adult types of cancer. The Forsyth Immune Protocol Cancer Treatment Plan, in a current prospective study of over 6.5 years and 1,200 adult cancer patients, has produced a remarkable 30 times greater survival statistic when compared to conventional full-dose chemotherapy. Greater than 95% of all their patients choose low-dose insulin-potentiated life chemotherapy, using only 10 to 15% chemotherapy dosing with insulin. Dr. Forsyth has long been considered one of the most respected physicians in the United States, particularly for his treatment of cancer and the legal use of human growth hormone. Located in Reno, Nevada, Dr. Forsyth has seen patients from all over the world. To schedule your consultation today, call 775-827-0707. That number again is 775-827-0707.
This is Clarence Collins, producer of Keith Gallagher Jr.'s music and a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Tune in every Sunday at 1:30 p.m. and Tuesdays at 4:30 p.m. to hear Keith's music on the Music Path Show.
Rich is just a really good guy. The term good egg isn't enough to describe him. He's also certified organic and free range. Rich puts the cap back on everything. The toothpaste, the olive oil, the shampoo, everything. He lets his 10-year-old nephew beat him at virtual tennis, even though he can straight up slay his 10-year-old nephew in virtual tennis. When the toilet paper is running low, Rich replaces the roll on the actual holder, not just on the back of the toilet. Rich is texting and driving. Rich, no. What are you doing, Rich? I was just telling everyone how great you are. Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
3, 2, 1. Oh no. Which button am I?
When every second counts, you can't wing it.
Guys, a little help up here?
In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So make a family home fire escape plan. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year so everyone knows what to do when they hear. Prepare your family at ready.gov/fire drill. Brought to you by FEMA, the Ad Council, and Make Safe Happen.
If you see activity that seems suspicious, threatening, or criminal in nature, please speak up and say something. Anonymously report suspicious activity online at keepnevadasafe.org. Sponsored by a grant from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security and Nevada Department of Public Safety. Learn more at keepnevadasafe.org.
Getting to know you.
Let me tell you about America Matters with Eddie Floyd. It comes on every Monday at noon. Don't want you to miss it. That's America Matters with Eddie Floyd.
Want to expand your advertising dollar? Sponsor this or any America Matters program by calling 775-827-8900, extension 2. Now back to the show.
Welcome back to the fourth and final segment of today's Rush Hour as I make a mess over here.
You should never invite actors on the set. I'm just saying.
We're bad luck.
No, I'm a slob. You can't take me anywhere. I swear. That's why I always have a ton of paper towels
There
around.
you go.
Because I have to. Did you drop a
We got
grape?
Dave dropping
dropped a
grapes
grape.
over
Oh,
here.
Jeez. Make sure you definitely pick that up. That's a liability.
Yeah. Well, we'll find it.
We'll find it,
I'm sure
yes.
it rolled. So. Anyway.
That's what we get for having, food and
Thank you, Rounds Bakery.
Yeah.
Thank you, Crystal Basin.
Yay.
Crystal
Keep it-
Basin.
I
We've
know.
got
tortellini salad.
Nevada winery. It's just wonderful around here. I love this.
That's
No,
good. Okay.
Rounds Bakery is absolutely amazing, and we are having an event here with LaRue Press.
Yes.
A bunch of their authors are going to be here on March 2nd, Monday, March 2nd. Bagels and books.
Oh, I love it.
Bagels and books. And Rounds Bakery, of course, I wouldn't get bagels anywhere else because Rounds Bakery is the only bakery that does them right.
That's correct. They have the boiler.
They parboil them.
They parboil them, yes.
They do them New York style because otherwise you're just eating a roll with a hole.
Yep. Totally.
And so they are they're the best.
Yep.
Rounds Bakery is the best, hands down, period, end of story.
That's right.
So, and I don't care what it is you get from there, whether it's, bagels and donuts or, sandwiches or catering or salads or these incredible little pretzel bites.
Ooh.
You can take the girl out of Philly. You can't take the Philly out of the girl. I love
True that.
my soft pretzels. Oh, and these
I'm
are
so jealous.
Why?
No. I'm so jealous that you grew up with Philly cheesesteak.
Oh yeah, I did. But it's not what you think if you're thinking that it's either Pat's or Geno's with the cheese
Peppers
whiz
and
on
everything,
it.
yeah.
Oh, it's the peppers and
Yeah,
everything else.
Peppers and onions, yeah.
But it ain't cheese whiz.
No, I wouldn't think
No, that is a bunch of crap.
Yes.
It's either provolone or American or mozzarella if you're getting a pizza steak.
Right.
That's TV.
Velveeta. Yeah.
It's crap.
Yeah.
That liquid Velveeta.
Right.
No.
It's not cheese.
Processed cheese food. Stuff is one step away from plastic.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't have to
Nobody
be refrigerated.
says whiz wit.
No.
They go down there with the Guy Fieri and all that with the, people order whiz wit meaning onion. No, it's not. Anyway.
So there.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, it's funny you brought that up because I had a cheesesteak today from Capriati's, and they are as close as we get.
Well, good to know.
Capriati's is wonderful
I
because
have been
they're
there,
from
yeah.
Delaware, and they import their rolls from the East Coast. So it's got that
Oh, wow.
chewy,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And 'cause
Interesting, yeah.
they get the boil and the
Sure.
the water and it's
Different.
Capriati's is their sandwiches are amazing. Their
Good to
salads
know. It's
are
not
good.
just that soft bun
Not
thing
just
going
that
on.
soft bun
Okay.
thing going on.
Good.
Very, very good. And my favorite one is the one at Plum Lane and the Highway there where with Costco Shopping Center.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tony Reviglio owns that one. Tony and Ken.
Nice.
Yeah. Say hi if you
Yeah.
happen to go over to that one. That's a very good one. This one up here. Anyway.
So what would you like to talk about?
Sorry. I digress.
You didn't see
No.
that.
It's
Nobody
I
saw
love,
that.
I love Capriati's.
That's what this
Yeah.
show is like that.
Right.
It's just sort of.
Right.
Oh yeah, it just goes everywhere.
It does.
Which is
It
well,
does.
yeah.
I call it my guest-driven variety show.
when I lived in Southern California in the early 1970s, I at age 22 I had a television show, which of course I was way too young to have a television show, but I did, and it was on local access television, and it was called Anything, because the whole idea of it was we'll just find anything we can and drag it into the studio and show it to you.
Oh, that's funny.
And,
That's a cute idea.
But we ended up actually with some of the shows were really, really good. Some of them were, I'm sure, utterly dreadful. but we did sketch comedy, we did songs, we did all kinds of things, and every once in a while we did we had something really special, like I don't know how many people remember a final character actor by the name of Strother Martin. Strother Martin was the man in Cool Hand Luke that said, "What we got here is failure to communicate."
Oh my God!
He lived in my hometown in Southern California.
You're
and
kidding.
I did an hour with him, and he brought in pictures and everything. And I said, when he was showing all these pictures of himself from early in his career, of course he was an old desert rat by the time I talked to him, but I said, stir fry.
Fry.
Yeah. I said, you were a great look. I mean, he did all these movies with Paul Newman and all these. I said, Strother, you were a good looking guy. Why didn't you ever become a lead actor? And he said, I looked at the movie industry. He said, character actors always eat.
Yep.
He said, and all lead actors eventually have a choice. They either become character actors or they're gone.
Right.
He said there are obviously exceptions. Paul Newman is one.
Very few.
Brad Pitt will probably be another.
Yeah.
But for the most part, a lot of actors, even these young, good-looking guys, eventually they become character actors. So he said, I decided to eliminate the middleman and just become a character actor. And he was fabulous.
That was smart.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was my show, Anything, that we
that's cool.
that we did for 4 years, I think, in Thousand Oaks, California, in 1974, 5, 6.
Fun.
Right in there. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did college in community radio. I was my primary skill was writing. I was an entertainment journalist in primarily the hard rock and heavy metal genre, and then just kind of did college and community radio because it was there. And
so, who were the metal bands when you were covering it?
Everything from basically Anthrax to Zakk Wylde.
Okay,
is how I turned.
Because I was a bass player in a metal band too.
Oh yeah, what?
Oh, you never heard of us. But it was.
How old are you?
When I was 17, 18.
How old are you now?
I'm 63. So
really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So this was
a good job of it.
Thank you. Late 60s, early 70s.
So not really metal.
Well, Zeppelin.
Not what I would consider.
Zeppelin,
no, that's not
Zeppelin
metal.
and Sabbath.
Ugh.
Oh,
that's not metal. That's classic rock.
Well, yeah, but
it wasn't then.
It wasn't then.
Yeah.
That's still not metal. No,
What's it
metal's
acid
like
rock
Pantera and
AC/DC.
Yeah, that's
well
beginning of metal.
Uriah Heep, though.
Yeah.
Not Uriah Heep.
None of that crap.
Oh,
if it was anything before 1980.
Oh, you know those scenes where a bunch of hockey players throw down their gloves and pretend to fight on the ice? You just challenged me. Uriah Heep was metal.
No, they weren't. There was no such thing as metal before then.
Well,
if it was anything before 1986, it's not metal.
Okay.
By genre. Acid rock, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Drug rock, sure.
Yeah.
But not.
All right. I have this T-shirt. It says I may be old, but I saw all the good bands.
Which is true. He tells me stories all the time.
Oh yeah,
I've seen over 3,500 concerts.
At 13 years old, I snuck into the Rainbow room on Sunset Boulevard to see this kind of unknown band called The Doors. Oh.
When you were 13?
When I was 13.
You snuck in?
Well, yes.
You had to be 21 or over.
Yeah. You had to be 21 or over to get into the
Because they were all in
Rainbow.
bars.
Yeah.
But I had older friends, and they just kind of said, yeah, he's with us. And
But nobody cared back then.
Yeah, nobody cared. It really didn't change until
liability insurance went
well,
up.
what
the
changed
ATF.
it? What changed it was River Phoenix.
Yeah.
When, When River Phoenix died outside the Viper Room, they started cracking down on.
They started cracking down long before that. Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, when the ATF started coming in and taking away liquor licenses, that's when it became an issue for the establishments, because if they couldn't sell booze, then
drinking and driving, and I mean they started, it started being a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Nationwide.
Absolutely.
When they started hitting, the 0.1 and then 0.08.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and that was a lot of, when we were teenagers and in our 20s, Fillmore, West, and everything out here.
Yeah, it was a lot
huge.
looser in your day than it
When
was
I
mine.
was when I was a teenager, I did stuff that I look back on and say, "Why are you still alive?"
Because there was no Facebook, Instagram,
and even I say, thank God, there was no.
Yeah.
I had a cell phone in 1992, but it couldn't do any of this stuff.
Right.
And people, the general public didn't even have access to the internet.
Yeah.
No, and if they did, it was dial-up.
Right, and it was expensive, and
Right.
computers were expensive, and so.
Whole new world.
Yep.
But luckily, in this new world, we can tell them all about local theater.
That's right, and there still is local theater, and
There is.
and people are getting back to going out to in person and getting interactive with each other. So we
Well,
want to go
Yes.
to Restless Artists Theater this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday and Saturday, 7:30. Saturday, 2 o'clock.
Sunday, 2 o'clock, yeah.
Sunday, 2 o'clock to see Slow Girl.
Yes.
And then the following
And it's like
weekend,
being in your living room. So if you like having house parties, come have a house party with us.
There you go. So I will be back
Thank
tomorrow.
you for
5 to
having
6.
us.
Yes, and if I get an open slot next week, I will pull you back in again.
Oh, would love that. Thank
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really